Timo says Joe Burrow just became the highest paid quarterback in the history of all histories. I want to get into that, right? I want to get into that. Why is it that every contract that comes out is like the most in history? What is going on? What's going to be the standard next year? That's like the new trend. The new like setup is somebody comes out, Nick Bosa gets paid the most of defensive players, and guess what? That's great for people like Chris Jones and Micah Parsons because they're looking around like, yo, you see what Nick Bosa just got? Oh, you got to open up the checkbook again. Even what we had thought we were going to talk about, no, we got to go up. We got to go up because listen, they're now seeing that all this money is out there on the table, and if someone else is willing to pay that, well, now you got to pay up, especially when we're talking about the Cowboys and Micah Parsons because Micah Parsons is great as well, right? He's got to get paid, and Jerry Jones has the most expensive team in the league, so Micah Parsons is like, yo, I want more than Nick Bosa. You got it, Jerry. Obviously, by now, you guys should know that Mr. Nick Bosa got that $170 million contract, and we'll go ahead and get into this video.
Can you confirm that Nick Bosa has signed?
Yes, I can.
Now?
No, he's going to try to get here today, though, so hopefully maybe. I actually was preparing to talk to you guys about how I have nothing to tell you guys, and I was 3 minutes late because I just got told of the news, so obviously pumped up about it, and I'll try to hit him up after this and figure it out, but I know he's trying to get here as fast as possible.
Relief is this for you? Like, what were your thoughts as we were getting closer to game one here?
Not good thoughts. But you know, when you feel it's kind of, you try not to think about it much because it's not really in my control, and you just got to let the process play itself out. Once it kind of went through the weekend, I just kind of got in my mind that we weren't playing with them.
Listen, he looks calm and poised in this press conference, but this man is jumping for joy right now, right? Not only. Because, listen, these guys talk. They already look at projections and all that kind of stuff. They had an idea of what was going to happen to the Chiefs, and they didn't want the same thing to happen with them going to play the Steelers. So they were like, you know what? Get Nick Bosa his money because we need him for the Steelers game. We are not playing this game that KC's playing. Pay this man. We need him on the field ready for the Steelers. That's exactly what they did. Let's go ahead and get into this one. From the moment the 49ers used the second overall pick in the 2019 NFL Draft on him, defensive end Nick Bosa has been one of the franchise's most important players. And the more than 4 years since, the only thing that has changed is that Bosa has somehow managed to become even more important to the Niners' success. Any remaining doubt about just how much Bosa means to the 49ers vanished Wednesday when he agreed to a 5-year, $170 million contract that includes $122.5 million in guarantees. Sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter the deal makes Bosa the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Do you guys know how significant this is? Do you know what this means right now for other players? This sets up guys down the road for hundreds of millions of dollars in any other position than a running back. All you have to be is anything but a running back, and you can secure the bag. We are now seeing guys in college saying, you know what? I'm done with running the ball. Put me in at tight end, coach. Put me in at wide receiver. Hell, I'll be quarterback. I'm not running the ball anymore as a running back. I'll even be fullback before I take running back because I know when I get to the league, you're not paying them. So put me somewhere else because I'm trying to get paid. That's what they're saying right now. Continue on. Getting Bosa back in the fold following a 43-day holdout that lasted longer than many expected was imperative for the 23 49ers. Bosa is the reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year, and there's a strong argument that he's the player the Niners can least afford to lose. With Bosa, the Niners' Super Bowl aspirations are legitimate. Without him, well, it's far more difficult to envision. And there you go. Nick Bosa. Gardiki's Playground says if the cap was actually real, listen, the NFL's turning into baseball real fast. When you could pay somebody $500 million like they're about to do Ohtani, or trade to someone who can pay him that amount of money, and now you've got defensive players getting $170 million, the NFL is quickly losing a cap. It's imaginary at this point. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Scott. What up, man? Rich Gang in the house says, I'm late, but I'm here. That's all that's important, man, as long as you're here. As long as you're here. Michael S. says, Bosa's contract is stupid. He's a great player, but $35 million for a linebacker? What? It's wild. It's wild, but hey. When you got a hell of an agent like the one he has and you've gained the accolades and the awards, well, they got to pay you. They got to pay you. So there you go. Nick Bosa getting that $170 million. But listen, he's not the only person that got paid this week. This man got paid.
The deal is finally done. The Cincinnati Bengals and quarterback Joe Burrow have agreed to terms on a 5-year extension worth up to $275 million. But the guaranteed money shows just how much the Bengals value Burrow. He will make $219.1 million in guaranteed, which is easily the most in franchise history. And it's a fitting sum for a player who has turned the Bengals from the NFL's worst franchise into a team that is a perennial Super Bowl contender. In each of the last 2 seasons, the Bengals have won the AFC North, played for a Super Bowl, and been to the AFC Championship game in both of those seasons. The Bengals are looking to get over that hump, but they believe that with Burrow at the helm, the team will be able to bring home that first Lombardi trophy.
But after the injuries that I've seen and the issues or the questions that we have going into week 1 and whether or not he's actually going to win that game because of those injuries, we know what Joe Burrow has done. We know the talent that he has brought to the Cincinnati Bengals. He is the franchise. He is the man to get the job done. But right now, with the injuries, I have question marks. I will never say he's not talented. I will never say that he's not on his way to being great. But things are looking shaky against these Browns on Sunday. It really is. And I'm going to be very interested seeing what happens. I really am. I'm going to be here with you guys, but I'm also going to be paying attention over there. I'm going to have multiple screens going because I want to see his footwork. I want to see if he's getting rid of that ball fast. I want to see how he's taking hits. All that stuff's going to be very important because, remember, it's not just that right calf. It's the left leg as well. He's got issues with both legs. So I want to see what's going to happen. Obviously, I'm not wishing any ill will on him, but like I said, there is questions moving forward. Let's get into this one. Bengals have secured the future of their long-term quarterback. Joe Burrow reached an agreement on 5-year, $275 million extension with a team that includes $219 million guaranteed, making him the highest-paid player in NFL history. I feel like I'm saying this every time I say it. Sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter on Thursday the contract averages $55 million per year. The deal ends months of negotiations and rewards a player who has flipped Cincinnati's fortunes. On Wednesday, Burrow spoke to reporters for the first time since he strained his right calf in late July, and he reiterated his desire to spend his long-term future with the Bengals. So there you go. $55 million after taxes. What is that? He'll probably take home like 28, 29 after it's all said and done. You got your agent fees, you got your taxes, you got to pay your NFL dues, all that good stuff. About $29 million a year to throw the pigskin.